Okay, so we have several of these Kodak sticker booths for sale. We have some new ones, used ones, and some that are even broken. Um, so I want to kind of go through and show you how basically they all work and how to operate them and what the stickers look like. So to start off with, it's a one-piece unit, and this is a unit that we send out the most with. It's a good used unit. And I'm going to show you how we're going to put this little cover on. So this is like the backdrop to it. And so if you see, the pipes they are spring loaded, and then it's just going to slide in, and you can kind of adjust it how far in or out you want it. And then if you see, it's a green screen even though it's got the blue background, and then that's going to help with your graphics. And then of course it's got some nice graphics to help attach or to attract the people to your kiosk. Okay, and then I'm going to show you, it's going to come with keys. So you have two locks up here, and that's going to unlock this part. But before you do that, you also have a padlock here, and it'll come with padlocks. I have padlocks and extra padlocks, I believe, and keys that'll go to each one of the booths. And so this is a safety bar that'll go. This attaches this goes all the way through the kiosk to the back door, just to help secure the front and back doors to be broken into. And then you'll have two of these locks. You've got one over here and one here, and those unlock the front door. And now inside, I don't know how well you can see it, but you have your keyboard, your mouse, you have a printer, and then the computer is down there. You also can take, it has a bill acceptor here, and so it can accept bills. And you could also set it to free play. So we have it set to free play right now, and then this is here is where you could get your money out, is right there. Okay, so down here is the power supply to the hose system, and we're just going to turn that on with that green switch there. And now as you see, we have a nice front display with lights coming on. Now I know the picture is not the best because of the camera I'm using right now, but if you can see, it's kind of getting booted up and everything. So we have our backdrop. Usually what I do is I'll turn it on, because it does take a couple of minutes to get it all booted up and everything. But while I'm doing that, I can go ahead and I can set up my backdrops and all that kind of stuff. So it's just got one power supply that comes to it. And now you can see how it's just kind of going through, doing a scan disk and all of that. And it doesn't always do that, but it was the way it was shut down. But we're going to go through everything and just show you how everything works and that it works well. And once again, we got a couple of used units that work really well, and then we have some new units that have never been used. Now, also, I'll just draw your attention to the side here. We have, these are some of the stickers. The previous owners that had this, he would allow, the people to go ahead and stick the little stickers. So if you see, they're not real huge, but they will come on a nice little size thing where you'll get several different stickers out of it. So this was just a sample printout that we did. So that'll give you an idea of the sheet that they would get. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 16 different little or they'll be all the same stickers that they choose. So if we go back to the screen, you'll see now that you're into Windows program, and that it is still booting up, and it'll boot all the way up into an actual working kiosk. You don't have to turn on any software. It has a lot of great graphics on it. And so you can kind of see there's all kinds of different, and there is two different sizes of stickers. These are the little bit bigger ones, and these are the little bit smaller ones, which is usually the ones we get. And you can still buy media for these machines. The stickers I think I have now are the little bit bigger ones. No, they're the little smaller ones. So. But you can still get the media for them, and we will give you all the books, pamphlets, manuals, all that kind of stuff for this. So now if you see it's completely up and ready to go, it's going to do this, and then every once in a while it'll come up with some music and some sayings, and you can adjust all the volumes and all that, and we'll show you that here in a little bit. So down here we have arcade buttons, and so we're going to hit OK like it instructed us to do. Now as we see up on top, our light has came on to help illuminate the people that are looking at the kiosk. And if you notice, we have different selections that we could choose, and we do that just by moving these little arcade buttons that are marked arrows down here. And so you can kind of go and choose what you want. Now these are categories, and so once you choose a category, you're going to have different stickers you could choose from there. So if we go to Cartoon Forever, now it allows us to do 6 categories at a time, and I believe there's a total of 16 different categories already built into the system that you could choose from. Some of those being holiday ones, like there's an Easter section, there's Halloween, you know, so there's different selections that you could do for your categories, and we'll show you that here in a little bit as well. So we go to, you know, whichever one we want. We have fun sayings there, and we kick that, and now we have another 6 that we can choose within that category. So we could do super, well, duh, magic, zup, wow, and then no noise machine. Okay, so if we don't like that selection, we can go back out and we can check out another selection. So we could go to Retro Star, we could hit OK, and there we can see where we have different stuff. So let's just go to one, and we're going to hit OK. Oh, I might have hit cancel. Retro, there, we're going to hit OK. Okay, now it's going to pop up a screen where it's got the camera installed, and it'll pull up the camera, and we'll be able to adjust that. You can see that now, and if you see, it's doing the green screen now, so we'll be able to zoom in and zoom out with our arcade buttons down here. You can see we have an arcade, we have a zoom out and a zoom in. So if you watch my face, you can see where I'm zooming in, and you can see where I'm zooming out. So if I zoom in to there and I smile, then I'm going to hit OK, and it takes the picture, and give it a second, and there we go. And it's that simple to use. Now if we don't like it, we can choose on our arcade buttons OK or cancel if we want to keep it or cancel it. Let's hit OK, and now we'll see that our camera light goes off, but our side lights to track people are still on. But our up light to help light up our face is gone, and it is now printing out. And as you see, it says your stickers will be ready in 15, and it does a countdown, and it has a nice little display while it's doing that. Now if we look, they'll be kicked out just right here down at the bottom. We're at 3, 2, and there's our sticker. And there's our stickers. I don't know if you can zoom in there and see those. So there's our stickers that we did, and it makes a nice little thing. Now you could set this up for different amounts or free play like I have it. So let me go in and show you how to do that. So we're going to open this back up, and I'm going to have to shut it down. Okay, and so to simply close out of the program and close your system down, you're just going to do a Control-Alt-Delete and then end that task. And then you can safely shut everything down. And so now we're back into the Windows like you would see when it's first booting up. But like I said, when you first boot it up, it's automatically going to start the software. So you don't have to go in and double click any icons or click on any icons and open anything up to start the booth. It will automatically set up itself, you know, and it takes anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes to get everything turned on, as you've seen earlier in the video. Now with this, we're in our Windows screen now, and what we have is, if you go to the Codec Launchpad and you double click that, so that's going to give you all these other cool things that you could do. So you have a way to set up your Kodak. You know, you do your Kodak setup, which this here I usually just don't mess with. And we're just going to exit there. You have your accounting, which you can see. You can name them at different locations. The kiosk number is right there. The money it's generated was, you know, $2,582. Right now we have it set up for a free deal. You can change that. I think their suggestion is $4 is what their decals on the side of the kiosk say. It tells you how many pictures were taken. So you could set this up somewhere and just tell them that they could pay you later and have it set up for free pay for their clients, and then just, you know, keep track of your pictures that it took, and then say, okay, now I'm going to need to charge you for the difference in the pictures that were taken. That is one way to collect. Usually what we do is we just say it's so much to rent it, or we set up the price where the people, you know, the customers would have to pay, you know, for each key or for each pictures themselves. And then of course that wouldn't show in here. So the kiosk has made us a lot more money than this. It's just that it didn't show because we did free play and we set it up for an event where, you know, just anybody and their brother could come up and have as many printouts as they wanted, and we pre-collected the money. So up here at the top you have tabs. That's your accounting. You have a graphic listings where it's cartoons, and you can kind of see now where it does the different themes. So you have your different themes there, and like I said, it does 6 themes at a time. And this is just giving all the details of it. And again, it's telling you how many pictures, how much was made, and then we can go into our graphics images. And this is just showing us what each graphics is. So in theme 1, these are going to be the 7 different graphics that are there. Theme 2, and so forth. 4, 5, and 6. So you have right now Cartoon Body, Friends Forever, and you can read the rest. And so to change that, you're going to exit out of that, and you're going to go to your graphic manager, and you're going to select it by just a little drop down box, and you could go through and select which ones you want, and then it's going to go through those and do those. And as you can see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you got Winter, True Love, Too Cute, Summertime, Sugar and Spice, Sports Star, Retro, Play with, what is it? Play with Fun. Oh, Play with Food. Yeah, Play with Your Food. And so forth. And we have Listen Here, Happy Holidays, Halloween, Haunts, Fun Stuff, Fun Sayings, Friends Forever, Fab Fall, Easter, and so forth. Okay, so Cartoon Body and Animal Fun. So anyway, so you have quite a few selections there, and so you just save your sets and install them. You can remove those themes. You also have ads that will be running in between, and all you have to do is you reload your current ads. So these are going to be the ads for what's going on right now. Now what you can do is you can click on like ad 4, and you can change it to be something else like magic. And so I click on it, it shows me magic here, and then I click where I want magic to go. So you have ad 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I could just reset those with my current ones, which is what I did now. So whatever theme you've already got going on, it's going to automatically have the ads set up for you to make it easier for you. You can remove themes here and so forth. So we're going to exit out there. So those are the basic things. You've got your Kodak Toolbox where you can do your video test. You can set your time and date. You can test your volume. So you can adjust how loud you want it at what event.
It's magic. It's fun. It's a galaxy, dude. It's another world.
Alright, then you have camera settings, which I usually don't mess with because they usually work real fine for what we're doing, and so forth. So we'll just exit out of there, and then you can reboot your computer after you've done all your settings. Here is also where you would do your vending price. So you would have your location name. You could set up your kiosk number and change that if you wanted to. You could enable reprints if they want to reprint what they've already done. You can set up your prices here. 0 is for a free play, and then you have $1, $2, and whatever you enter in, that's the dollars that it's going to be. So if you want